Okay, so let's talk about something we've all wondered. Why do some companies just explode, building these incredible empires, while others can't seem to get off the ground? Well, today we're going to dig into a really cool idea, that every truly successful organization is built from a very specific blueprint, almost like an architectural masterpiece. We're going to take a look at the plans.
So what is that secret blueprint? I mean, you've seen it, right? One team builds something amazing that stands the test of time, while another team, with just as much talent, watches their project just fall apart. Turns out, it's not really about luck. It almost always comes down to the quality and the clarity of their original plan. And it all starts with a surprisingly simple question. What are we even building here? Before you lay a single brick, you gotta know if you're building a cozy little house or a massive skyscraper. And in the business world, that's your organizational goal. Without that, you're not just lost, you're basically inviting chaos. You'll have different teams pulling in opposite directions. This is the why behind every single decision you're gonna make.
Okay, so you've got your goal locked in. Now it's time to actually design the blueprint. Because let's be real, a goal without a plan, that's just a wish. This is the really crucial design phase where we map out a structure that's both efficient and effective to make that goal a reality.
Now, this blueprint has a proper name. It's called the organization structure. The source material defines it as an efficient and effective work arrangement designed to accomplish organizational goals. But I want you to really focus on those two words, efficient and effective. They are absolutely key, and believe me, they mean very, very different things.
Right, so what's the difference? This is so important. Being efficient is all about the process. It's about doing things right, with as little waste as possible. But being effective, that's about the outcome. It's about doing the right things from the very start. Think about it. Your team could efficiently build a beautiful wall in record time. But what if that wall is in the completely wrong place? Well, then all that efficient work was totally ineffective. A great blueprint makes sure you're doing the right things and then helps you do them right.
So you've got the goal, you've got the blueprint. But, plans don't build themselves. Now we get to maybe the most critical part of the whole project, the point where the design on paper has to meet the real world. And that's all about matching the right talent to the right task. And this really gets to the heart of it all. As the source material says, the key is to match the organization of human talent to the task. It makes so much sense, right? The most beautiful architectural plan in the world is totally worthless if you don't have skilled electricians, plumbers, and carpenters to actually bring it to life. Putting the wrong person in the wrong role doesn't just slow you down, it actually weakens the whole structure. It leads to frustration, burnout, and really costly mistakes.
So really, the whole thing just boils down to this simple 3-step process. First, you define your goal. You have to know exactly what you're building. Second, you create the blueprint, that effective and efficient structure. And third, you assemble your crew of experts. You match the right talent to the right tasks. Each step is essential, and they have to happen in that order.
So how do you actually use this? Well, this isn't just some abstract theory. It's a practical tool. It's about taking a hard look at your own organization or your own team and asking, honestly, do we have all 3 of these pieces in the right place? At the end of the day, it really all comes down to this simple but super powerful combination. A clear goal gives you the vision. A smart structure gives you the plan. And the right people, they're the ones who bring that plan to life. If you miss even one of these, the whole thing starts to get pretty shaky. Which kind of leaves us with one last question for you to think about. Look at your own organization through this lens. Are all 3 of those pillars standing strong? Is your structure really built to last? Or maybe is it time to head back to the drawing board?